top5rapwebsite.com. You already know what's going on. Today we're reviewing Berner's El Chivo project. Berner has a pretty big discography. He's released a lot of mixtapes and albums. And El Chivo is just another page out of this audio autobiography that Berner has created. But on El Chivo, we hear Berner, he's really living. He talks about Sinaloa, being in Sinaloa a couple times, especially on the song Status. He's really talking his shit on that one. But then he also goes back and revisits his past on songs like Get Rich or Die Smoking. And also PTSD, which is one of the more potent songs on the album, no pun. But it's very potent because Berner is revisiting all of these hectic times during his come up. And he even says it's hard to turn the TV on and see them cut my crop that's 2 milli gone. So he's talking about, turning the TV on probably during a raid and seeing his crop being destroyed by the feds, by the agents, and thinking about how much money he's losing. And at the end of that song, there's a news clip played. The news clip is dealing with a marijuana raid, discovering a crop. I'm not sure if that's about one of his, crops, or if that's, just an unrelated story. But at the end of that clip, they talk about, the person running this operation was no El Chapo. Then he says, it's El Chivo. And the product is called El Chivo. So, very potent real life experiences. And Berner isn't the best rapper, but he's gotten better every time I've heard one of his projects. And what makes it so interesting to hear him rap is not necessarily the lyricism, it's more about what he's talking about. Because it's not often in hip hop that we get to hear the life experiences of a grower, someone who deals in the marijuana business. A lot of rappers rap about selling it, a lot of rappers rap about using it, but you don't really hear rappers rap about cultivating the plant. So to hear what Berner's talking about and then to hear his braggadocio, it's almost kind of like listening to Jay-Z because you feel like you're getting the real deal. When Jay-Z brags about having 6 mil on his wrist or 50 million in his garage, like it hits harder than the average rapper because it's real. So I get the same feeling here with Berner when he's talking about certain experiences. El Chivo means the GOAT. So Berner's basically saying, I'm the greatest of all time in this marijuana rap game. However you want to do it. Like, I'm the greatest rapper, marijuana salesman turned rapper. I'm the greatest. Really, he brought branding to weed with cookies. And Girl Scout cookies is one of my favorite strains. Girl Scout cookie, even to this day, I prefer Girl Scout cookie over any other strain. The smell, like, you know Girl Scout cookie when you get it and you smell it and when you look at it. Now, I live in LA, so I think I was getting the real cut of Girl Scout cookie. I know there's a lot of fake cuts going around, but I think I was getting like one of the real cuts, hopefully. So he really brought branding to the weed business. So he's calling himself El Chivo, the GOAT. Like, I do this. He uses his rap music to also advance his business. So he has a cookie shop in Los Angeles, and I believe he has some opening up in other places. He used to have one in San Francisco. When I lived in San Francisco or in Oakland for a while, I remember him having the Cookies SF shop. He uses his music to help advance the business. So the first time I really heard what Girl Scout cookie is, I heard it in rap songs. I heard other rappers rapping about it. And then I eventually traced it back and saw, okay, this is Berner pioneer at this point. So on this project, he shouts out a couple strains a couple times. He mentions cheetah piss a couple times. So I know the strain cat piss. This is my first time hearing a cheetah piss. He mentions limoncello, which I've heard him name drop many times. And he also mentions lemon pound cake. So he's using his business and also his rapper connections to help advance his product. It's a genius marketing move. In terms of music, this is a really good project, man. Cosmo really showed out on this project. One of my followers told me that Cosmo did most of the production. And if it's true, then Cosmo is really a star on this project as well, because Berner has some really, really good beats here. I really like 6 Figure Trips featuring Cosmo.
I keep your eyes out my pockets. Beggars make me sick. That boy lost in a bottle, can't control his own click.
I really like Top Down.
I'm smoking with the top down, top down, top down. Yeah.
I actually really like Do What We Want featuring Wiz Khalifa, which sounds like A Boogie is featured on this project, right? On the song Still Alive. But Do What We Want sounds more like a song that A Boogie would be on. PTSD, I really love that song.
It's It's hard to turn the TV on and see them cutting my crop. That's 2 million gone. Yeah, 2 million.
Berner also, to my surprise, has a verse by the Jacka. So R.I.P. the Jacka. He has a really good Jacka verse on this album, on the song Gotcha. On the West Side is really dope. Get Rich or Die Smoking is one of my personal favorites. Status is good. The Be Real feature's good. I really like the intro. The intro doesn't really sound like anything else in the project, but Berner's really touching on, you know, his Latin roots. So that felt really good to hear that.
Fresh off the brand, smoking out the pound bag.
So yeah, man, El Chivo by Berner, real dope project. Berner's really been musically on a run. He had a project with Mozzie from earlier this year titled Slimy Individuals. I've listened and ranked about 60 projects this year. That Slimy Individuals project is like top 10. So that's really high percentile. El Chivo is a good project, real good. I give it 3.5, 4 stars. It's good to hear Berner in this form. He has a lot of different sounds on this project. He's fearless on the mic right now. Feels like he's real loose and, you know, just speaking in his experience. So shout out to Berner, shout out to Cookies. Keep doing your thing. Berner is in hip hop, one of our legends that's living right now. Like, he's put so many artists in the rap game on different strains, and he's pioneered so many different strains, from Young Dolph to Wiz to Currency. Like, he's done so much, and his imprint is so large that we should really like recognize that Berner is one of our living legends in hip hop. One of the unsung heroes people in circles know, but to the average rap fan, like, you gotta show some respect, man. Anyways, Berner, El Chivo, the GOAT, top5rapwebsite.com. Peace.